Oh, you got the beer too? Okay. Okay. Let me see.
That pre-podcast prep.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You got weed?
I got this random nugget OG that someone gave me today.
Oh, you're gonna need a lot more than that for the show. So listen, this is what we're gonna do. Listen, you already know it's the highest host, Adam Hill, chilling out. Another episode of Getting High with Show. Boy, Dr. Darby's in the building. You see it. You might have seen him on Instagram. Ow. You might have seen him on YouTube with your favorite influencers. He's grown weed, had one of the first brands I known on the social medias, been through some shit. Now he's killing it with his own show and his own content and winning awards around the world right now. Dr. Darby's in the building. But before we start, I see he don't have weed and I have weed. So let's go to Apothecary right here and get you laced up with whatever you want to smoke. Is that cool?
That's great.
Are you ready?
I'm stoked on that, hell yeah.
Are you excited?
I mean, I love good weed, and if they got some good weed, I'm super excited to check it out.
I'll be your bud tender, so let's go find out.
Let's go.
Welcome, yeah! Welcome to Apothecary, baby.
Nice place you got here.
This has been here since like 2012.
Pre-ICO?
Yeah. What do you usually look for, bro? What do you like? What are you smoking?
OGs, baby. I like the OGs. I noticed we got some stuff over here that I've been hearing about a long time, but never actually tried.
What?
That Dizzy OG.
Oh, that's where I was gonna take you. I was gonna take you to the Dizzy.
That's been ever since those secret sessions back in the day. I've been seeing you guys repping that.
Dizzy award winning, it's a great OG. Yeah, we can get one of those. I mean, that's just this shelf. You wanna see some other, the director's cut is another OG. Here, it's like another good OG. They're both different phenos.
Yeah, that's loud.
This is like an underrated. These are green eyes.
Yeah, I was looking over there. They have a lot of different OG flavors.
Yeah, they have different pheno OGs, and it's actually legit, dude. I actually like it. The Patron OG was a good one. Here's the classic. I like how you cover your mustache.
You gotta keep those mustache chirps out.
Yeah. You said you usually like gassy, right? Gassy OG.
I've seen the Cure Company. They do some good stuff, right?
Yeah, the Marathon OG is a super popular OG as well.
Yeah, never tried that one before. What do you think?
Yeah, man, if you want to get just an OG plate, I'm not going to say no to OGs. That's what, we sold out of my OG, or I would tell you to get mine.
I was about to say, I was waiting for us to get to that.
Dude. Huh?
I was waiting for us to get to that one.
And then there's hash over there. I know you're a dabber. They got some BHO, we got some shatter, they got some rosin. With San Diego, so you're not really in the LA flavors, huh?
No, I don't really see any
Which
of
one? You heard of these?
Yeah, Trilogy for sure.
What?
Got the honey banana, white grape spritzer. I've heard good things about the spritzer. I want to roll blunts and I want to do a hash roll.
Okay.
I mean, let's go with that one in the front, the white grape spritzer.
The white grape spritzer from the Trilogy 710.
Yeah, spritzer's been a pretty popular
and
one.
a Dizzy OG.
Yep.
And did you want to try the green eyes, or you want to do two of the different ones?
If we want to go another flavor besides OG, what would you recommend?
This one is I like this one a lot.
Oh, that's fire. That smells like a snow cap kind of smell.
Yeah, I'm a sativa, I like that.
Are you gonna be smoking any of the lava flower? What are you smoking today?
Smoke what's in my bag, man. If you want to smoke me out with this shit, I'll smoke this shit out too, dude.
Guy's taking care of me. Let's go.
Got a lot of the Doja lineup in here, that's all hype.
Let me see what some proper Gelato 41 looks like. Well, that smells really good. I'll give it to him. That's good weed. That smells good.
That's a Gelinade.
Can I smell the permanent marker?
Whew.
Offensive? Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Lava Flower, Super Sativa. We got the Dizzy OG, Super Indica, and of course, your Trilogy White Grape Spritzer. Now you got weed to smoke? Now we ready to go get high?
Let's do it.
Give me a high. All right. Thank you, G.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Ow!
Might have some competition for fastest blunt roll. You already know. My guy out here
Chill.
making love to that thing.
Yeah! Chill, dude.
Let's go.
Chill. You know who it is. It's the highest host, Adam Hill, right here. The Getting High With show, bro. Look, it's been a crazy pre-show. We've been out here making it happen. Shout out to Kentron, tickling them ebonies and ivories throughout the show, throughout the whole fucking Getting High With epic saga, dude. We've been doing this for what?
Decade.
The podcast started 2009. You've been with me since the beginning. I heard this is the week of like our year of doing this show,
Really?
like this new format style, like this show. Yeah, but not in this. Like we started in the smaller room and then we moved here, so it became like so it's a year-ish. Not in this studio, but this format style, dude. So, look, we're out here for another chapter. Shout out to Kentron, taking them ebonies and ivories. And shout out to all of you guys for tuning in and being a part of the show wherever you're at. If you're listening to this in the car or at home or in the grow room or trimming or at the shop or watching this on Patreon or YouTube or live on Twitch, I appreciate y'all. Without you guys, none of us would be here. And a big shout out to all the Patreon subs. You guys get all the exclusives. You already know. Look, enough about the show. Enough about us. Shout out to the whole crew, too, while I'm out. Travis, Eric, and Adrian. I see y'all. Without you guys, we making it happen. Look, listen, we got a very special show in the building right here. The guy who's sitting across from me has been on the social media. He's one of the first like branded social media content creators I remember with the Top Shelf. It was Top Shelf Life, I think.
Top Shelf Life,
yeah, that was like one of the first like branded, and you took like crazy pictures, and it was like it was when Instagram had no videos. It was just like pictures, so it was like pretty aesthetic,
When
like
people were
weed
like,
shots.
you're still posting weed on the internet?
Yeah, and it was like, you know, you had like the higher end Top Shelf Tiffany blue. I remember that shit, dude. You were with Weed Maps for a couple years. You're now creating more content. You were actually one of the OG content creators as well. I know you were doing shit with Yola back in the day. I know when you type in how to roll a backwood, I think your video is the first one that pops up because you roll a fast ass backwood, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. He's actually done some federal time for this fucking plant. Let me switch that. He's actually done fucking federal time for this plant.
Gotta take it on the chin sometime.
So, you know, we're gonna learn all about that. You know, before all this shit is how easily accessible it is now. He's just been consistent, and it's good to have him on. He's been a friend, and he's been a pioneer in this space, dude. We all know him as Dr. Darby. I know him as Matt, but shout out to Dr. Darby in the building.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Look, you got your audience and your claps. You asked for it. The crowd is huge here, dude.
I can't thank all of you enough for being here today. 85 people showed up. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're here live, dude. We got a live studio audience. I saw you questioning my blunt. You're like, oh, he's making love to it. Listen, I just love human terps, and I feel like human terps make the blunt special.
You love your human terps.
I don't pass.
You don't get no one else's human terps. You were the first person I ever seen solo blunting, and I respect it, you know? No human terps, hashtag.
Well, just personal terps,
Yeah.
personal human terps. I stopped passing, I think, like 17 or some shit.
I was about to say, all the events you were at, you're just like, I just gotta...
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't, because I learned, I didn't call it the cup cough, but you know how like that thing became a saying? A cup cough basically is a term that was used within the industry where after a cannabis cup event where everyone would be smoking and sharing, and you're smoking with like thousands of people, hitting rigs, before anyone was sanitary and wiping shit with alcohol, and before all these like alternative attachments came to mouthpieces, like we were just out here just kissing everybody, dude.
Yo.
And everyone was getting sick. People were getting all sorts of cross-contamination. And that's when I was like, I had my own personal rig, and I have my own personal blunts, and I'll smoke your shit out of my stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that cup cough has evolved into the wook flu.
The woke flu.
Ask the Barcelona boys about it.
Yeah, you're international. You just win an award or something?
On behalf of Nature's Lab, I went out there representing his brand, and we ended up getting second place in the Dabadoo event for solvents. It was a collab with Burning Rope, and it was Glitter Bomb. We ended up really doing well.
With the Glitter Bomb?
With the Glitter Bomb,
okay.
yeah.
Well, Burning Ropes grows great weed, and Nature's Lab has been around forever and is a multiple award winner. He's been on my show before. He's like a national lab consultant for many brands, so he knows what the fuck he's doing. So.
Only one I'd trust with mine.
Whoa, shout out to Nature's Lab. But that's fucking. Did you accept the trophy? Did you go on stage?
Yeah.
And did you do your?
Well, accepted the trophy, got all the stuff, taken care of it, and there was just like 4 events actually that I was there representing for him. So we were going around doing all these events. I was testing all these flavors for him. I think I did about 100 different dabs testing, and all in all, it was just an amazing event. I was really proud to be able to represent such a good brand, a legacy brand, and everyone enjoyed the flavors, which is the best part. We're just there to share our passion. It's a
passion
competition.
for the passion.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I tried really hard. We worked our best. Look at what I have created.
When you're judging, because I know you are, a part of the Hot Dabs podcast. When I was on the episode, you were there. You kind of helped facilitate it, and I know you're a part of most of the shows I've seen.
Yeah, the sessions.
Are you testing hot dabs, and you're like, if it could survive a hot flavor, then I know it's good. Like, I smoke weed out of blunts because if you taste it through the blunt, it tastes good.
I'd have to take it back a step because it's a D2T type thing, a dab to temp ratio. If you're not having enough
D2B,
D2T, dab to temp.
Okay.
If you're doing too small of a dab, it's always going to be too hot, and if you're doing too big of a dab, you're going to have a no temp.
Okay.
But you've never seen anyone do too hot of a 1 gram dab.
Can you tell if it's too hot? Because it's just like smacking you in the lungs regardless if it's hot or not. Can you tell if you do a...
I prefer a 545, and then it goes in at like 530. If the terps can't handle that, then, they might be a little delicate. And there's so many different
this is such
categories.
Fucking wook talk right here, dude. D2P, fucking super
D2T.
heady boy, fucking high. No one knows what the hell you're... like, the average consumer's like, what the fuck is he talking about right now?
If your dab's too hot, it's too small. Just remember that.
So hotter dabs are hotter temp is bigger dabs.
Yeah, just do it a little bit bigger. It's going to give you an equilibrium of temperature to dab.
So that's like a cheat code.
Yeah, but if you go too little, you're going to hit it one time. It's going to be cold, and it doesn't matter because you're like, I need to do 480. One hit, 380. You're like, I'm trying to suck vapor out of a 380. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so your first dab hit was your D2P was way off. I'm assuming.
No, I'm pretty good with eyeballing it out.
No, in the beginning. Your first time, like titanium. Because you were...
Yeah,
I remember,
red means go. You're burning it all. You already know that.
Red means go. Yeah, so we were just smoking heavy.
I mean, that was the main thing. You don't want to waste it. It took so much time and effort and money to get that concentrate back in the day. You're like, it was $80 a gram. Yeah, I'm going to smoke every fucking bit of this.
Are you, mostly hash consumer, or are you still flower? Like, what's your favorite way to smoke right now? Because
up until a month ago, I was mostly flower, but about a month ago, I started switching over to concentrate mostly throughout the day because I found myself getting a little lost in the sauce. You want to smoke so much and smoke all the fire, and then all of a sudden it's like noon. You smoke 2 backwoods, and you're sitting there like, all right, I want to.
That's your problem. You're smoking backwoods.
I mean, backwoods, bong loads. It works. The weed works. So
right.
It's like a catch-22. I want to smoke all this fire. Oh fuck.
So by noon you're already too lit. You feel like from flower.
I was the lethargic aftermath, because it's 20%, 30% THC. What's the other 70%? It's side effect. It's tired. It's lethargic. It's sleepy. Unless you stay on it, you're really gonna start like just nodding off.
I think it depends on what you're actually consuming, because there's different chemical compounds which in the plant that triggers different reactions to each person. True. Based on their we could get real based on their, because endocannabinoid, because some people smoke and get energetic, creative. Some people smoke, they get more relaxed, chill, for pain, for motivation, for whatever you're consuming it for.
I run into like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I'm just like smoked out, where it's like, all right, I've smoked so much flower throughout the day where I'm like, I don't really have the enthusiasm to be as upbeat as my mind wants me to be because of...
That's crazy.
And then I started smoking the dabs and noticed within a couple of days that the energy matched the desire. And I was like, okay.
I'm opposite
maybe
with
switch
that.
it out for a little bit.
I'm like the opposite, because when I smoke a lot of dabs, because dabs get you high quick and then it comes down quick. So it's like a lot of this. That's why you dab so much a day. And then I feel like by by the time the sun's down, I'm burnt out because I'm already so many dabs in. I'm just tired. At least with flower, it's like long and consistent. It's like with blunts, I just breathe it, you know, and it's just like second habit.
Exactly.
It's like
and I
natural.
don't disagree because for the last, 3 or 4 years, I was just smoking flower all the time, and I cut back on smoking concentrate for the most part because it was just so involved. Torch, alcohol, Q-tips.
Bro, now the process is so crazy,
You don't got
dude.
5 minutes to kill, you can't smoke a dab.
You gotta bathe the fucking banger and the pearls and the tip, and
Or
you
else
gotta
you're disrespectful.
yeah, and everyone. It's just that's why I just dropped the Illy and I'm smoking fucking dabs and flower at the same time. I don't give a fuck, dude. We're making best of both
1130s.
worlds. You already know. So you're mostly dabs now.
Well, for the last couple of weeks, because I was in Spain, I was only smoking dabs.
Yeah.
And out there, it's like 30 euros a gram, where you're like,
Oof.
I got free dabs and 30 euros a gram. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke some fucking dabs. I can juice people out. Nature's Lab laced me up with enough to share it with as many people as I wanted to. So I was
Ooh.
just blessing
Must be
people.
nice.
the entire-
BHO or rosin?
Rosin. Yeah.
What do you like more, rosin or BHO?
I like rosin personally because I know there's not going to be any type of.
Okay, listen. Let me re-ask the question. Are you a rosin fan or like non-CRC BHO, like classic good shit before they discovered the CRC shit? Like, let's say Nature's Lab rosin or Nature's Lab BHO.
Me and Nature's Lab
Ooh.
come from the BHO days. That's what made us love it. We
Ooh.
sat together in the booth like.
So let me do that one. Nature's
Yeah.
Lab rosin or Nature's Lab BHO? If you had to pick
mean,
one, which one are you going?
Blindfolded, I'll be happy with either, and really probably BHO because you can get
Let's
better
go!
representation of certain flavors that you can't get in rosin. Like, I know Marcus, Nature's Lab, is gonna get good quality
Bro,
stuff, so I'm
I-
never worried about that.
I feel the same way, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked like competitive because yeah, I know a lot of BHO on the market now is just trash CRC like sewage fucking distillate that they whatever. But if you
Crude.
get like good quality, yeah, like food grade crude shit, but that they just but if you get like good quality BHO,
Throw me a little
versus
clear
good-
container with the black lid that says Spacewalker with some crumble in
Listen,
it,
see, dude.
circa 2013 or 14.
Because I feel like the terps on BHO are just more. They stand out more.
They're more capturable, if you will, because with the solvents, you're allowed to capture more of them, and with the water, you're gonna start dealing with the agitation, the volatility of them, and like the ice. It's gonna start.
Let's go, dude. I love
You
it.
know.
Listen, good answer. Good.
It-
Look, you're so.
I like them all.
You've been involved. When did you like start? Were you a young consumer? Did you start smoking young?
Yeah, I was 11.
11.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
San Diego.
So you're
Born
from
and
because you're
raised,
still
yeah.
out there.
Yeah, so around 11 years old, my older brother was like, yo, let's go to Family Fun Center. I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, go-karts, hell yeah. Went over to the Sears parking lot first, parking structure. Him and his boy Chris hopped in the back of the truck, and we're like, hey, we're going to smoke some weed first. I was like, all
Like
right,
the bed back.
Yeah, because he had
There's
a
like a
camper
pickup
shell
truck.
over it.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, we're going to smoke some weed. I was like, all right, I'll sit up front. He's like, no, come on back, smoke with us first. And I was like, what? Little keychain pipe that was like,
How much older is he?
4 years. So he was 15, I was
15?
11.
What a punk.
I mean, I wasn't mad at it because it was the first time we hung out, and then we had a great time at Family Fun
Did your
Center.
parents know that he was smoking?
Yeah, my dad was smoking with him.
So there was your dad. Did your dad know that he got you high at 11?
No, but at 12 he did, and he was pissed.
He knew that. So he's like, if he knew 11, it would have been even worse.
Oh, irate.
So your brother thought it was cool because he got high with with your dad that he could get high with you. Like, oh, dad's cool with it. Don't trip.
My brother was a wild card, drinking vials of acid.
Are
on
you
the
the
side of
youngest?
mountain. Second oldest.
You're second old. So
I have two younger
hold on, I need to
brothers.
go back to that story real quick. So you're like middle-ish, older middle.
Older brother's a half brother, so I'm, he was always back and forth. But
Okay.
He was a wild card because he had so much freedom. So he shows up, he's like, hey, I'd be smoking weed. And I'm like, what? You smoke weed?
And when was he eating acid by the side of the mountain?
16 or 17.
Just-
He had rainbow gatherings. He just bought a motorhome and was drinking vials of acid.
Sounds like me.
Having a good time. He's very enlightened. He has a lot of these perspectives that are very beneficial that I've actually participated with in my whole life. But at the same time, he's like, I'm not going to work for anyone ever.
No.
You're like, okay, I get it. Like, you're
We're
a
gonna
free
get into
spirit.
that, yeah, because I know we've had some great conversations. I know you have some great theories and like perspectives on things going on in the world. I know there's a lot of things happening, especially this year. But we've had these conversations. Actually, fun fact: I don't know if y'all know this, but Darby is one of the reasons why I stopped eating meat. because I did a session in San Diego, and every time I'm in San Diego, I hit up Darby, and we were talking about like the food processing of America and the meat and how everything's all fucked up. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this shit. I'm like, fuck meat, because I was feeling sick. I think we were talking about how like meat was fucking me up. And then I stopped eating it, and it's been, what now, 5-6 years, bro? Fuck you. I miss meat so much. I want to go to Korean barbecue.
I mean, I went 5 good years without eating meat, and then I started realizing that like the fake meat wasn't as good for you as
Impossible meat's horrible.
And I'm like, oh man, like I need to relearn what I need to do. But it's like having it as a small piece every once in a while isn't something that's going to kill me, just like having one bad meal or one good meal isn't going to save me. But I just want to make sure that I'm balancing out everything.
You ain't balancing. You're out here eating ribs and steak and fucking full-ass barbecues.
Sometimes you got to eat.
It's just hard to keep the protein up with no meat, bro, especially with like, all them fake substitute meat products, and you try to keep it healthy, and it's just like, how many beans can I eat, dude? And then you gotta do powders and shit. I'm like, I'm done. Let me just go fucking
the pea protein and all that. Let
me just get some brisket, dude.
And every once in a while, it's like, if you drink a beer, if you can, smoke some weed, and it's like there's tobacco, it's bad for your lungs. Like if you could balance out the toxins that you're consuming, it's kind of just find out what works for you best. But at the same time, every time I eat meat, I am not happy with it. It doesn't give me what I want. And I'm definitely craving that elevation in intellectual and physical energy that I get from when I don't eat meat. Like straight up, I've noticed a decline of all the vital thrivers. It goes from like thriving to surviving. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just living, I'm good, Whereas when you're meatless, you're sitting there eating everything consistent with your biological structure. It's absorbing immediately. You need less sustenance.
When you're eating right, though, when you're eating correctly, because there's a lot of like
Oreos aren't the vegan stuff I'm talking about. Like, sorry,
they're great, but they're not. They come out real weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back, dude. Let me go back. All right, so you're in San Diego. Your older brother. Yeah, I don't know why are you rolling or what? Are you smoking?
You got this little bag over here.
Well,
Tell me about
that's your bag. You went shopping, bro. We went to Apothecary, of course. You already know if you're watching the video.
Watching him smoke this. I'm like, oh man, I want to hit it.
Yeah, it's regular. I was waiting for you. We picked up. I was your bud tender. You wanted OGs first, so we got you award-winning Dizzy because the Adam LOG sold out. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna get more of that.
The LOG actually, and I'm disappointed.
And then you asked me what I would smoke, and I'm a sativa head. I love terps, so we got some of the lava from Golden State, which I really enjoy Golden State, dude. And I know you love hash. You looked at the hash. We had the trilogy. It's kind of a LA fire. You're San Diego, so you want to get some of that.
Yeah,
so,
you don't see these down here, and it was what. Something spritzer,
white grape spritzer or something. I see some of the head nods over there, like yeah. Roll up. I also got some Brothers broadleafs. I got one of each flavor, dude. I got the pearls, the duds, and the Havanas. This is like a Cuban leaf. The duds are a mix of the pearls and the Cubans that aren't good enough to be in them, and then the pearls are like the big thick ones. These are my favorites, but I like thick smoke. Okay, so look, you're 11. Your brother gets you high. What are you doing before that? Are you like athletic? You're into cars. Are you racing? Are you dirt biking? What are you doing in San Diego?
Yeah, it's dirt biking. We would be.
Were you a good student? What are you doing?
Yeah, I never really ditched. I got 3.4 GPA when I graduated.
High school?
Yeah, graduated at 17.
Were you in like any sports or any
weightlifting? I did the weightlifting competition my senior year. I won in my weight class. And I did the pull-up competition senior year. I won that.
How many pull-ups?
25.
That one?
Yeah,
Can you do 25 right now?
Oh, yeah, easily.
How many can you do?
I do sets of 20 every day, like 3 or 4 sets of 20 just back to back.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You're strong.
And when I got out of jail, dog, I was benching over 300.
All right, we're gonna get to that. I want to get to the. I'm working to the jail story.
Working out is my hobby.
I know when you got out of jail, you came out. You were just like this fucking stocked. I was like, this motherfucker probably did 1,000 burpees a day. Like what the fuck?
Burpees. Wow, those things fucking get you.
I hate burpees, dude.
They catch you your wind, dog. You're crushing it.
And then like the prison burpee workout, they have all these extra things that they do, and you're like, yo, chill with this.
And there ain't no days off. So like outside in the yard, then inside doing burpees, clean the whole mod. Just make sure you're not a dirtbag.
So, listen, so your older half brother takes you to the family fun center. You're a good kid. You're in school.
Me and his best friend Chris Faust, we end up starting smoking. And
what is that? A joint? A bong?
No, that little keychain pipe from the swap meet.
Right.
I take one hit. I'm like, okay. I hand it to Isaac, my brother, and then he takes a hit. And then as I exhale, I'm like, oh, I feel all the stress that I always deal with, all the thoughts just go away. I just relax. I'm like, wow, this is...
Forget it. What do you have? What stress do you have at 11?
I'm a high anxiety person. I was diagnosed with tense anxiety in 2nd grade. I was just like super...
Is that real?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Like, they told me it was
They
real.
weren't like you're just a child?
Well, no, it's like 2nd grade. Like, I'm not telling them there's problems. They're just like, yo, you're not doing something right.
So
And
they
then-
assumed and put you on pills?
Yeah, they tried to put me on Prozac when I was young, and
Trying to make that money.
then at like 16 or 17, my dad's like, nah, no Prozac. We're not putting my kid on drugs.
17? Isn't that late?
Well, they
From
only
2nd grade?
diagnosed it. They only put me on it at like 15 or 14. Before that, I'm just like, they're like, yo, what's up? What's up? We'll give you this. We'll try that. And none of it really worked. And then like
That's
11,
fucked up.
I started smoking weed, and I was like, weed's what helps.
This is what's helping me out.
Yeah, this is the stuff that, you know, I'm enjoying, and it's manageable. It's not like you take a pill and an hour later you're just zooted.
Right. All the weird effects. He went for the pros. All right, so you're out here, 11, you're smoking weed, you're like, wow, this is it. This is what I need in my life.
Yep, this is what I'm doing.
And were you smoking consistently since 11?
Yeah, at 14 years old, I was already slanging. I already had like half ounces of chronic, and I was
He said
already pushing.
chronic.
Well, yeah, because we started with mech, you know, like the Mech Master Mat. I picked
What's
up
mech? Is that Mexican?
Mexican weed. It's got the
Is
beans.
that the San Diego term, mech?
Yeah, mech.
And it got seeds and stems. It's bricky. You have to like
Yeah.
rip it apart, clean it
And
out.
then you get the Pretendica that's like
The
is
Pretendo,
bright green,
yeah,
barely
yeah.
has seeds. But all
Yeah.
my stuff, I would just break it down immediately. So when I'm selling stuff, there's no seeds, no stems, and people enjoyed that. Customer service was a thing where people were like, oh man,
Did you enjoy cleaning it and going through it?
you smoke a fucking blunt, you clean it up.
Take
all of
out
a sudden-
zip ties and take
Yeah.
out all sorts of
Oh,
weird
yeah.
shit.
Make
I
your
remember
money
those
because
days.
it just increases your margin, increases your reputation.
Have you ever smoked a Brothers broadleaf?
Absolutely, we did the other day at the event.
Yeah. Which one?
What is it? SD.
Oh, the Lady in the
Lady
City.
in the City.
You said the other day. That was like 3 weeks. That was like a month ago already, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the other day when I was in San Diego.
So you self-medicated and you realize this is it, and
Mm-hmm.
you're like, I'm too young. I don't have money. I'm gonna start selling this.
Yeah,
And how were you in school? You were still good at school. You were
Yeah.
still going.
Oh yeah, I never ditched. I went on the way to school. I'd smoke weed. Break time, I'd smoke. Lunchtime, I'd
And
smoke.
are you rolling? Are you bowling? Are you?
We got a bong or a pipe. My buddies, yeah, my best friend Dustin, he had a bong at his house. His parents smoked, so we would take some of their weed. They had like the super fire homegrown, and we're just sitting here doing the most. We're like, this is what we're doing, you know, like we're fucking weed people now. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this forever. And my friends, oh, you can't do this forever. You can't do this forever. All right.
I started doing it, and then did you start growing at all? Were you getting involved?
2006 is when I started growing.
Okay. And how old are you at? So you're going through school. You graduate high school. Everything's
Yeah.
cool. And then are you in college, or are you like, I'm just
Yeah.
pursuing weed?
I took Philosophy 101 when I graduated. The first summer, I was like, yo.
That explains a lot.
I want a big truck. Like, the guy's like, what do you want out of life? I was like, I just want a big truck. You know, I just want to, like, you know, not be poor, you know?
Have you always had a passion for cars? You wanted to, that's all you wanted?
Yeah, off-roading is what I always did.
All right, smoke this one blunt. You said I make out with blunts. You're out here just fucking giving extra human terms. That's not like the video I saw of you, bro.
Well, these ones roll different.
Can we have a race after we smoke these blunts?
Yeah.
Because you said, damn, look at him. It doesn't.
I want a regular backwood if we're doing that, though.
Oh, why? Because they have glue.
Because the shape of them.
Well, I mean, these are real leaves, dude.
Well,
Damn.
just because,
It's all right. I like 24% human terps. I feel like that's a good ratio.
I mean, I like it all.
24% is like the good, especially if you're smoking Percy's.
Right?
So you're so cannabis becomes you're like self-diagnosed.
I start hustling to pay for my car addiction. That's the main
for
thing.
cars.
I like cars so
How'd you
much.
get into cars?
My dad, my brothers, all we did was cars. We went to the desert,
Like off-roading for
Yeah.
because you have like your YouTube is a lot of cars. You've won like car competitions. I see
Yeah.
you drive across like the Baja shit or whatever it is that.
And that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy because, you know, you can't have like too much going on in one lane, and one thing has to be a goal for the other, you know, one thing leads to the other. And with weed, I was like, I can afford all my car hobbies.
And you were making it happen.
Dog, yeah, because, you know, growing up poor, low income housing, 3 brothers, single mom, I was like, there ain't no money. It ain't gonna happen. But all of a sudden I started hustling, and I was like, yeah, I could just be really good at this. And it worked.
And you just, I mean, at 14, you're making money, and you're like, I'm gonna make more money.
Yes, about 16, I was making a lot of money. 17, I moved out and was trapping, buying cars. I got like 15 cars now. Like it's just collect shit.
You got your cars.
Oh yeah, I just wanted a bunch of cars.
So you've always had a passion for cars. So you took philosophy 101. You realized it wasn't for you, or what? Did you get any?
Oh no, all about it. I took philosophy.
You graduate with?
I took philosophy in religion and ethics. I took philosophy in critical thinking because all of this helps and were accreditable for my major, which was liberal studies, to be a teacher.
You want to be an educator?
Yeah, second grade, because that was the year that I had a teacher that went above and beyond, that gave me the opportunity to.
At second grade?
Yeah.
You remember your second grade teacher?
Miss Goldstein. Hell yeah, she was the one that gave me the chance.
A chance to what? At second grade, you're like, I want to be a fireman.
No, I couldn't read that well, so she stayed in at recess with me and helped me learn how to read better.
Oh, she like put in extra time to help you out.
And that's where I was like, above and beyond could make a difference. I did ESS, extended school services. It helped kids for a long time, but I was like, I want to be a teacher to help how I was helped. But then I got in trouble, and I was like, well, I can still help my friends.
What do you mean you got in trouble?
I went to jail.
Okay, so hold on. Okay. So you were like really passionate about being an educator.
Yeah.
You loved cannabis. You
History
self-diagnosed,
professor or
and you were
teacher.
like, let me go to school to become a teacher,
teacher.
and get a degree in something.
I don't care if it
But
doesn't
while
make
you're-
money, because I make enough money on the side.
Selling it, and you didn't care if that would conflict with.
I knew it was going to be legal eventually.
You had to feel it.
Yeah, I was going to be passionate about the movement. And that's when we talk about that in Weed Maps. We'll talk about something about that.
So you're just doing your own thing. When did the whole Instagram thing start? Because then that what kind of got you landed in jail?
2011 is when Instagram happened. I had
and that was you started with Top Shelf.
Top Shelf Life was a little after that. I started with Cloud Vape Pens.
Oh, fucking Cloud Vape, dude. I remember you at all the fucking events too.
I was vape guy. But it's like t-shirt guy, vape guy. It's like, no,
was that
industry
the
guy.
white one? It was like white and blue or something.
It was the Cloud, and they had the V
Yeah,
over it. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there were like two kind of similar
Yeah.
And
And it was just two partners that separated. Long
it was
story
like
short,
one was okay.
And that's when I learned not to die on the cross or go fucking fight on the mountain for another brand, because they're all gonna be friends eventually.
Yeah. So you're working for one of the I remember seeing you at all the cups and shit, and you're doing social media.
Yeah, I'd done social media before that, and long story short, I moved out of my old place, turned off my Facebook, and just started growing weed and posting my weed. And every week or every single day, I'd get like another 100 followers. And like this happened till 10,000, 20,000 followers. I'm like, dude, this is
when
crazy.
like weed counts were growing because we were all there. Yeah,
2012, it was like Justin
remember that.
Cron, it was a Sky Hyatrist, and what is Afgoo Head, and that's like, the real pioneers of, the BM ski. And
yeah.
from there, we ended up doing cups and everything, and I ended up doing my own brand, because after so many years working for someone else, I was like, dude, I could just do this for myself. Why am I, working for someone else?
Understand.
You're
speaking to me.
And when you realize you don't get a commission at the end of the day, or you didn't make anything, you're like, oh, I made what I made, that's it.
You're putting in all this for someone else and helping their brand grow and be relevant, and at the same time, your brand is just kind of like
80% of the people thought it was my brand. I was the face of it, and I'm like, okay.
I feel it. Look, I've done that for a couple companies.
And now it's time to take a step back and
So you started Top Shelf.
Yeah, Top Shelf Life. And it was one of those things where
it was like
not
a cult
about
lifestyle culture.
Not about being rich and famous, but the standards you hold yourself to. If you do a little more research and you hold yourself to a little bit higher standards, do a little more figuring out, you're going to end up with something a little extraordinary. That little extra goes a long way. And that's where, we started getting booths at the Cup. Me and this guy, Marcus, ended up sharing a booth back in like 2012.
I remember.
And I was all like, I'm not selling hash. I was like, I know how Al Capone went down. I saw Scar. I was like, no, tax evasion.
You were doing more like shirts and shit.
Buy a shirt, I'll give you some free dabs.
Yeah, I remember that. And so you're doing the social media thing. You're trying to be an educator, and then all of a sudden there's something called Operation Shattered Dreams.
Well, first there was Crumble, and then there was vac ovens, and then there was people hating because vac ovens weren't purchased by everyone. And
You're
then
talking about concentrates.
Yeah, and then there was people tattletelling when they got caught sending stuff out of the country. And then 8 people on the morning of my birthday in 2014 got raided. Operation Shattered Dreams.
And it was like a concentrate.
Yeah, they were looking for the ringleader and the kingpin. As they're going through my stuff, they're looking at me talking like, I'm like, yeah, I got my grow. I put it into alcohol. I evaporate it off as I need it at dosage. And they're like,
So they were looking for something more than you had.
Yo, big time. They were looking for like,
So they
100
just
pounds.
kind of put you in a situation, like kind of
Instagram.
associated you with someone because of social media.
They were like, this guy's huge. Of course he's
Because you had a lot of followers?
Yes.
So because you had a lot of followers, and were you like interacting with someone on...
I think
Like,
I think personally it was Jake, this guy Nectar RX. He was sending stuff out of the country and got caught in San Diego. So he narked on everyone locally in order to get himself off, and then never was seen from again after Shattered Dreams, ever. But he was my biggest hater. Like,
So there was someone that got busted, and then he just disappeared because he probably said a lot of shit about people that he didn't like.
I don't
and
know
now-
for sure, but that's what I think happened, and that's what I thought.
Listen, I have a lot of I'm on my 26 Instagram account,
Yeah.
and I know some people who actually deleted it or reported it. So like, if you have that gut, then you know it is, and I can understand that because back then
It was my
people were-
only hater ever.
But people were like, these kids, like the younger generation now, don't understand. Like, we were going through raids. We were dealing with like the
That
law
was 10
enforcement.
years ago.
Yeah, the law enforcement was really strict on. They were trying to really bust it down.
They got me under the Methamphetamine Manufacturing Act because BHO wasn't a thing yet.
It wasn't
to where-
classified as anything.
No, they didn't know what it was, so they couldn't make a classification for it. They were like, "What is all this? You're manufacturing controlled
making
narcotics."
drugs.
No, that's what it was. Manufacturing controlled
Controlled.
narcotics, and it's like no one knows what that is. I'm in jail. They're like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "I was making dabs." They're like, "Wait, isn't weed legal?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, I got 9 months. This guy over here with 75 pounds of meth at the border got 90 days with half. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So you got so they got you on this little operation, and they came to your house and didn't find anything, but they still charged you with.
They found like a half ounce of dabs. And
14
money.
grams.
Yeah. And some blown trim. And I got out on probation a year later. They got me again with 6 ounces of weed and a medical card, and they gave me 9 months.
for weed.
And a medical card, yeah.
Because you were on probation.
Correct.
But weed wasn't allowed even though you had a medical card, which is
Yep.
legal in the state. But this is federal charges, or is this...
These were all state charges. They wanted to give me 5 years mandatory state prison and just roast me. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my lawyer didn't show up to the
Did it show up and...
arraignment. And I'm just like sitting in jail wondering what's going on. So as it goes on, I'm waiting, and then Flav RX throws down on a lawyer for me. I get 270 days with half. So I'm in there for like 5 months. And
You're like, this is bullshit.
this is some bullshit. But when they were there, they were like, hey, man, your guy over here that we raided also, they raided him 3 days later. They're like, all I got to do is tell on Darby and we'll let you go. And he just was like, so when I got arrested, I looked up, there he was. He was just like, I was like, all right, cool. You know, all was like that. And when they were arraigning me and sentencing me, they're like, we don't have enough charges for you, so you need to take his gun charge or else we're going to put him in jail and take his daughter. I was like, what? They're like, what are you going to do? Either you do that or he goes to... Well, I was like, what if I take the charge? They're like, oh, he just goes to work furlough. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we need to balance out the charges.
That's bullshit.
I was like, all right, well, I fucking put my thumb on it. I took the charge for him. And
A gun charge.
yeah, I took the vicariously possessing a gun.
Because they were giving you an ultimatum. If you don't, they're going to take his child away.
Correct.
That is fucking garbage.
Gnarly, right? I was like,
That's fucked up,
this is
dude.
crazy. Like, you could do that? They're like, yeah, we want to balance
And
it
that's
out.
crazy, like, because of social media and just a network. Because right now, if you go on social media, like, everyone has, like, telegrams and hit me up and showing fucking
You know how many
lean and
grow
pills
pictures are
and
up there?
weed and
I throw a jar that's open, it gets deleted in 30 seconds on my story.
I'm already...
You know. So I just was like, all right, I'm burnt. I'm burnt.
So you did... So they tried to get you for 5 years. You did 9 months.
Yeah, because after the Flav RX paid for a lawyer for me, they're like, no, we're not even taking 3 years. We want 180 days. And they're like, nah, you can take 9 months with half. And I was like, I was already in there for 2.5 months. Okay.
You think if you had a better representation in court, it would have been different? Like, what advice do you think would... Because...
My first lawyer fucked up by going in and saying, hey, can he have his medical card? Because if they had never said anything, it wouldn't have been... The judge wouldn't have said no.
He could have just said...
And then when they raided
So
me...
he gave them a chance.
There would have been a medical card there that the judge didn't say no to.
That
so it
would have been like...
So he's like, your
Hey,
first lawyer kind of fucked you up.
used as evidence. Like,
Yeah.
look, he's actually doing this legally.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a time
exactly.
where he's growing for patients. It was that time where you needed like paperwork that you're a caregiver to have patients. It was a different time.
Because I've had the cops come and check on my stuff. I had 11 plants. I had my paperwork on the door. The cops came to my house, a compliance check. They checked my house. They're like, all right, you're good. Like a year before I got raided.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I was like, dude, yeah, I already checked out.
9 months and you came out, you're reborn again, dude. You're born again after that. What happened? So you were trying to be an educator and now you can't because you got is it a felony?
There was felonies, yeah. There was a couple of them. And
Because of the gun?
the gun, the manufacturing, the
They gave you like a 3-strike thing?
manufacturing controlled narcotics. Yeah, that's such a bad one. But as 2018 hit and it's legal, they retroacted it to the new amendment, and now I just got to go get it expunged.
Expunged?
So it's a long process, 10 racks.
Do you still want to be an educator or are you over
Absolutely,
that shit?
absolutely. I consult for a living, so it's like I just want to teach my friends.
Second
protect my
grade?
friends.
Would you take like a second grade job?
I would
or-
love second grade because I believe that's the year that the kids get to choose. It's fun, exciting, and you get to have whatever opportunity you have from school rather than the weight of tests, expectations, bullies. Second grade is still carefree.
What did you want to be when you were a second grader? Because I know you didn't know weed then.
I don't know. I'm probably an artist.
Were you always creative and like...
Yeah, I almost got a scholarship to the Art Institute of California, but my mom said it was too expensive to cover up the rest of it. So we were poor growing up, low income housing. So I just kind of, I'm creative.
Did you get one of those tickets for food at lunch?
Oh, yeah.
The county tickets? I
Yeah.
got one of those too.
Yep, I got the free lunch
The
forever.
county lunch?
Yeah, mama made like $1,400 a month. I had 3 kids she had to raise. So it's like, all right, we're going to do our best. But at the same time, that's why at 17, I was like, I'm moving out. I'm going to start making my money and making my moves. And when I got out of jail, I got the opportunity to work at Weed Maps. Flavor RX was like, yo.
Get it.
Yeah, and linked me up with Jacob Cunningham. He was like, hey, I'm going to give you an interview. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to see if you got what it takes. He trained the fuck out of me.
And what'd you do at Weed Maps?
Helped create the whole branding situation to where brands are on Weed Maps now.
Because this was before Weed Maps was Weed Maps, what it is today, right?
Yeah, it was
This was
just-
what, like 2000?
This was 2016, right in the
Okay.
beginning, because I got out 2016 March, and then June I started. And right around then, they're like, hey, we want to put brands on there. Do you know brands? And I was like, I know brands. They're like, all right, that's what we need. We need Top Shelf Life to go in there. So I was training the team how to go through their Instagrams and use,
Instead
their
of
pull.
like snitching on people and trying to get them in jail, you were using it to get their brand out and give them more exposure on the website.
Chad and Brad were taking people's IP. I was like, let me help you get a contract dialed in and leverage your equity into a license trade so that you can now be a legal person and not look over your shoulder. They're like, oh, fuck Weed Maps, fuck Prop 64. I was like, because of Prop 64, I'm not a felon and I'm out of jail and I can smoke weed. They're like, well, that's kind of chill. I'm like, yeah, we're just trying to move forward. Weed Maps put money down for the lobbyist. No one else did. No one's unburying money from the backyard to say, hey, let's make this law the law. They're just kind of
Right.
waiting for someone else to make the law for them. It's like,
Right,
no,
everyone's preaching, but no one's really like lobbying it.
yeah, you need to put it in words.
Right.
You need to pay for a lobbyist. You need to,
It's
unbury
work.
that.
Go
yeah.
to the fucking meetings and fucking buddy elbow and schmooze,
Yeah.
go on a round of golf and be like, hey, so about this,
A
pull
lot
out
of
the
friends
blunt.
put a lot of money into this. Like
Yeah.
when I was helping with the brand situation, now you could search Crown OG and it shows all of the places Crown OG is. You could look up Crown
How
OGs.
is that Crown OG, by the way, the Dizzy?
Dog,
You liking it?
I'm like halfway through and I'm just like getting stunted.
It's regular. That's what happens because you dab all the time now. You forgot that full effect. The blunts, dude. It's
Well, I'm not like you. I don't face backwoods all the time.
I don't face backwards. I smoke pearls.
pearls. I don't face pearls.
Yeah.
This
We smoke
is a
the
heavy-duty
brothers,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
We do.
They took care of me up at Liddy in the City. I appreciate those guys. They're fucking cool guys.
The only thing I smoke with backwoods is blunt rosin.
Blazen.
I roll it. You've seen it. I
Dog,
roll it
I've
up.
smoked it. It's one of
How
my new
is it?
favorite things.
You like it?
It's one of my new favorite things.
How are the terps on it? People don't believe me, dude.
They're so loud, you gotta like step back a little bit because it gives you all those flavors, but it still gives you a little bit of the dizzies when you dab it.
It's you get that original tobacco head rush, bro.
Yeah, because good tobacco's, it's something that people can enjoy. It's the Marlboro. It's not like in Europe. Everyone's breaking down cigarettes and putting them in joints with some hash, and you're like, still?
I say like every culture, and it's not just Europe, like the Middle East, that like Africa,
Spain,
like
too.
everyone they mix tobacco, and I think it's the entourage effects, that masculine energy of tobacco with the feminine energy, the cannabis just makes it that true effect.
They say the pure gets up too high too.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. That's why there's so many ways to consume, dude. And we do blunt rosin, and you do hot dabs. How's that going for you, though?
Hot dabs is going
How'd
good.
you get a part of that?
I was episode 1, season 2, and they liked me and my personality so much on there. Like I was
Episode 1, the second episode. Okay.
our first episode of season 2.
Oh, so episode. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's season 1, episode 2.
No,
Season 2, episode 1. Okay.
And you know, I hang out with Rosin Evolution, Dave, and we're all buddies. Me and Hashavelli and Real Deal, and we just naturally have that chemistry where we just
The
keep
synergy
pinging off
was
each
there.
other. And they're just like, "Yo, would you want to like just come by and hang out while we're at the shoots?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then my buddies were going to be some of the next guys on there.
Yeah.
You, Marcus, TM Hash, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, for sure," because it, you know, having more friends there livens up the whole show, I guess, especially when it's a new podcast. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta
still-
get that energy, that chemistry. I remember,
And then after season 2, they were like, "Hey, how about you just come on and just be a part of it?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, you
They're
guys
like,
make content. I seen you do like the tallest dab that kind of got messy.
the tallest fresh press.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world record holders. Yeah, that was pretty fun. It got windy.
Yeah, I
It
saw.
got windy. All of a sudden, I show up and there's a scissor lift. I'm like,
What the?
"Oh, we're doing this." I was like, "Okay."
So all right, let me go back a little bit. So you're in jail, right? I just want like
doing push-ups.
Not expecting this. What is like? Is this state, county?
I was in county at first because we don't know what's going on.
Okay.
We're waiting 2 months before I even get an actual charge. My lawyer doesn't show up, so there's a lot of time where they're like, my friends are calling me, telling me like, "Hey, they're saying like 5 years." I'm
You're like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, they're saying 3 years minimum 3 years, 5 years, and for 2 months I'm hearing this. And I'm
So
like,
you're in jail. Like, what the fuck?
I need to find some books I'm gonna
Right.
read. I need to start doing some push-ups, get thick. I need to like, you know,
Were they
start
like fucking
programming.
with you out there? Was they like
Not at
Or
all.
are people just kind of like fucking weird
I rolled
here?
up
What
in
the hell?
there, the smallest guy in there, like 125 pounds, 5'6", and I'm holding my stuff. I go into my mod. It's 2 people, me and some other guy, and we're just chilling. And I'm like, okay. He's like, well, let me give you the rundown of what's going on. He kind of broke it down to me. At first, when I was in holding, they're like, you know, who do you run with? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, what gang are you in? And I'm like, I'm not in a gang. They're like, no, you got to pick one. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, no, you got to pick one. I was like, oh shit, how do you pick one? Like, what? The fuck's going on? They're like,
You're with the white boys. You're with the.
they're like, well, what's your name? Matt Darby. And they're like, okay, where do you live? Santee. What do you drive? F-150. Like, oh, you're fucking wood, bro. And I was like, wait, no, I'm not. They're like, no, you
Yeah.
are. Like, sorry, bro. I'm like, and this is a Mexican guy and a 45-year-old brother. And I'm just like, oh man, like, I guess I'm in a gang now. This is fucked. I was like, this is the last thing I need. I just caught a charge and now I'm in a gang. This is escalating quickly. It's been 24
It's like a
hours.
movie. I drive a Ford fucking Ranger.
Yeah, laying down on a fucking toilet paper roll because there's no pillows in there. Dude, I was in holding for like 56 hours.
They took your pillows.
No, they don't give you pillows.
Oh. How'd you get toilet paper? You just took it off the.
There's TP just sitting there. You fucking just be
just
quick
adapt?
with it. Yeah, you just gotta adapt. You know, like it's
Damn.
you know, no sleeping.
Okay. So they
then-
give you the rundown, and then you go to state or county.
Yeah, I'm in county and I'm just out there.
Are you in a
and-
gang? Like, are you like
I-
hanging
I-
with the woods, or
I
are you
have to,
like
yeah.
solo?
Yeah, then you can hang out with the Southsiders and the Mexican
Were you like
guys.
one of the ones that were cool with everybody, or did you?
For
have
the
to-
most part, and that mod that I was in didn't really politic too much, but there was some very clear rules, and you know, I don't need to go into it, but you know, just make sure you're minding your P's and Q's, you're respectful, you're not doing stuff that you're not supposed to. And I'm like, okay, cool, like I can program.
Jeez, I'm just working out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
focusing.
Yeah,
on...
I'm gonna do my pull-ups. I'm gonna do my push-ups, and I'm gonna read my books. Started reading a bunch because I'm like, yeah, I'm not a good reader, but I'm like, wait, all I do is read on social media all fucking day.
Right.
I was like, I'm a good reader. I can read fucking fast. So start crushing random books, and it kind of gives you that time where, you know, you're learning stuff and you're not wasting your time. You're like, okay, I didn't need a vacation. You know, shit was stressful. I'm kind of getting back to neutral now.
Reset.
I'm like, okay, like, yeah, for 15 years, you're always just kind of wondering what's going to happen, when's anything's going to happen. And it's like, it's kind of a reset, a kind of a vacation. And I had a lot of support from my social media followers. Probably like 150 letters I got.
That's awesome.
Yeah, commissary was getting thrown down, so I had a bunch of commissary. I was sharing
Making
with all
friends.
the mods. Christmas came.
What are mods?
The
Moderators?
mods, no, the modules. You have 60 people in there, upstairs and downstairs. 30 people downstairs, 30 people upstairs.
And those are like the
cells.
The cells.
Yeah,
They're called
so-
mods.
yeah, the
so
mods.
you're hooking up the different mods. Like,
yeah,
yo,
just
I
hooking
got
up everyone.
love.
Yeah, you give them the shot
So they were
collars.
just-
Shot
they were-
collars bless the team.
The
and
shot callers are
the ones in
head of
charge. The
mods.
right hands are the enforcers.
Because mods are like the people in chat that moderate your
Yes.
chat. So I was
Yeah.
like, mod, do they moderate like the politics? Is there like a fucking council and they sit at a round table
Oh,
and
yeah.
discuss the rules, like what they're gonna do? Listen, I appreciate your story. I'm just super ignorant. I'm
No,
a delicate dude
I
from the
didn't,
valley.
like I was saying, I was like, I'm in a gang now. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
happens
crazy,
fast.
yeah.
But when you start programming, it's
yeah.
like it's chill. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna do my push-ups. I'm gonna work
Do
out. I'm
what
gonna
I
take my
do.
shower. I'm gonna clean, and no one's big leaguing you. It's more of a camaraderie thing when you realize
yeah.
it's like 6th grade camp, really.
Yeah, like if you fuck up, they're gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, you're gonna go 23 seconds. They're gonna beat you up in the fucking, or you're gonna go fight in the shower for 23 seconds, and then you're all friends again. Because it's like, hey man,
We're here.
If we don't show that we're cleaning up our mess, another group is gonna clean up our mess.
Right.
And you're like, okay,
So we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, we're fucking,
That's crazy. So you got out like different perspective on life, like
Oh, absolutely. You got to enjoy every single minute. Don't waste your time. And at the same time, make sure what you're doing is worth it. Because when you're in there sitting, you're like, damn, I could have done this. I should have done that. Why don't I do this? I could do all these things. My mom was like, yo, so you were making some good money? And I was like, yeah, I was doing all right. She's like, and you could have done like anything? I was like, yeah. She's like, what'd you do? I was like, I kind of like chilled out with my friends, built a truck. She's like, you could have like gone to Italy or like learned how to fly a plane, but you just kind of chilled. I was like, oh, damn. Like, damn, like I guess I could have, like, yeah. So I've been taking some pilot lessons now. I'm
What?
Like,
You fly planes? Like real?
I flew a plane twice.
Like
Yeah,
with a
to-
co-pilot, not solo.
Yeah, co-pilot, and I got my first and second.
Your butthole doesn't
things done.
like get nervous. You're
No,
not like
I
sweaty
do the
palms.
off-road
like,
trucks. I do the dirt bikes. And, it's just one of
But
those
flying
things
a
where
plane is like not on the ground.
it's not. No, but you got the guy next to you that's super sick with it. So you're like, okay, he's gonna walk you through it. You start learning what's there. You have to take some couple of classes first. I took a bunch of classes.
So now you're just
passed
like
some tests.
because you also have like some crazy theories and philosophies on life and what's going on, and like I always have great conversations with you. What is like a typical day for Darby though? Like these days, what are we doing? Are we like corporate? Are we emails in the morning? Are we
No.
working out? Are we just waking up, fixing the
No.
cars?
It's
We
it all depends. If I'm filming, we get up early and dial in the day, and then just go straight start filming the podcast. But the normal day is just get up, dial in, get a shower, help get the kids up, get them to school, and from there just figure out what car or what project I want to work on, and just kind of work on those while I'm in between, hanging out with the homies and
winning awards.
helping my buddies win awards. My buddies take care of me, so I just want to do my best to take care of them. My buddy offered me an opportunity to help out in Spain, and I was very happy
Made
to
it
jump on
happen.
it. Yeah.
So your day, just day by day, figuring just.
I want to go more into the cannabis industry. I didn't want to do so much cannabis as a full-time thing with, the transition out of working at Weed Maps. I was doing my consulting, and that was fun. But I had all this car passion.
Yeah, what is dark? What do you want to do? What is this? What do you?
I mean,
Are we racing? Are we building? Are we customizing?
there's a lot of stuff that I want to do with the truck that I currently have, but really just get a trophy truck. That's one of those goals that
Bucket list.
Yeah, my buddy Kevin, he draws them all and makes them all, so he gives me pennies on the dollar, takes care of me on all my stuff, and nothing's full price. Because with the Instagrams getting deleted, I was like, all right, I know how to do this shit and get sponsored and be an activist in the industry. I was like, I'm gonna do this with off-roading.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay full price for anything on my truck. I had the shop for a couple of years.
So you're applying what you learned from social media, the cannabis space, and doing it in something you love, off-roading.
Because it's business and brand
Trucks.
building at the end of
Yes.
the day. It's protecting your friends, taking care of your friends, and it's community. It's not industry. So if you go and authentically want to take care of, your friends,
Make it happen.
yeah, I'm now in charge of the emails and all this stuff for my buddy Kevin's motorsports company. And, he's like, hey, thank you.
Ever wish you could get more of the Getting High With show even earlier? Well, now you can. Join our Patreon family and unlock access to exclusive content, including behind-the-scenes footage, conversations, and episodes dropping a week, even a month earlier. But that's not all. We're spicing things up for our Patreon members with a monthly giveaway. You already know those giveaways are going to be lit. You heard it. Every month, one lucky subscriber gets a chance to win some fantastic cannabis goodies and accessories. That's right. From premium strains to exclusive merchandise, our monthly giveaways and our way of saying thank you for being a vital part of the Getting High with Show family. So not only do you get early access to mind-blowing content, you also stand a chance to win some incredible prizes. Head over to patreon.com/The Getting High with Show and become a member today. And as a thank you, we'll throw your name on the credit list at the end of the show for your support. Now let's make this journey even more unforgettable together. Back to the good times on The Getting High with Show, and I'll see you in Patreon. Let me tell you, bro, I feel real masculine when I watch your stories and you're like howling and you're showing trucks and you're off-roading. And I'm like, oh man, let's fucking.
It's fun.
I've been on hikes with you. I've been like, we've done some. You're like a real friend. We've done like things outside of the space. And
we have a good time.
Shit. So like
we just like something we smoke when we hang out and do
just
fun
always
stuff.
it's always a good time with you, and it's great to hear the story and learn about it, dude. I always see the fastest back roll competition. I see you're almost done. Do you want to do a little blunt competition while we get into? Do you eat cereal? What's your favorite cereal?
Fruity Pebbles.
Nice.
I like Fruity Pebbles, but then you got like Honey Bunches of Oats, which is a wild card that always tastes fire.
Okay, you got like a 6-year-old and a 60-year-old cereal. I got you, dog.
I don't want grape nuts. Nah, pass on that. But like Honey Bunches of Oats is good. I like the honey, like honey nut.
Are you regular milk or are you like a oat milk?
I'm a almond milk kind of guy.
Almond milk.
Yeah, but then I found out it's like super inflammatory, which kind of bums me out. But oat milk doesn't really sit with me. It's like oatmeal that's not cooked.
Do you consume content? Do you watch anything or listen? Movies, TV shows, YouTubes? Are you just...
Sometimes I watch Donut Media about my car and like watch videos about my car so I could learn like how to work on it and be the most efficient with my money. If I'm working on something, if you're going to be removing parts and you can put other parts on, I want to do it all in one shot.
All right.
It's like doing build outs, but I like to help my friends build their cars too. So I do a lot of research for their builds also, because knowing how much I know.
You really love cars.
Yeah, I want to make sure that my friends have the good opportunity. Well, you're working with your homies on all this. Like, this is all kind of like clockwork now. Weed is pretty easy to pull off.
This is part
now.
of the life, yeah.
And with cars, it's hard to trust someone with cars. So if you can just authentically just be like, yo, dog, I want to make sure your car is sick as fuck. My friends are like, hell yeah, that's super cool. Let's do it.
What were you listening to when you pulled up?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't listen to music when I drive or period really ever.
No talk, no podcast,
no.
You just listen to the silence in your head?
The car.
You just listen to the car?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck I just listen.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. No, is that a real answer or are you just trolling me?
No, 100%.
You don't listen to, you just listen to the car.
And once I get past Orange County, I don't know any radio stations up here either.
What's your hair routine?
I just wash it.
I saw you brush it before we started.
Yeah, it was the first brush of the day. I washed it today and I didn't brush it yet.
Wash it like shampoo?
Yeah, just shampoo.
You condition?
No, not really.
You just shampoo? It's naturally straight like that?
Yeah, right?
Good shit, dude. You
It's
get
good.
compliments on it a lot?
Yeah.
You have a beard routine? You
No.
oil it or?
Nothing.
You brush it? Just
I
wash
brushed it before I came on to make sure it's not frizzy.
You don't like...
No.
It looks great.
Thank
You
you.
get a lot of compliments?
Appreciate it.
And
No.
you're like, I don't do shit.
No, I just woke up like this.
I will. I don't do shit. No manscaping.
Nah.
I drive
No,
trucks. I go off-roading.
No, I do some manscaping. Like I keep my fingernails clean. I keep my hands
Yeah,
clean.
pedicures.
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
No, but I don't have like no routine or nothing. Like my hair is very cooperative, fortunately.
What? Someone in chat says I think he has the BBS wheels for his BMW.
I would like a set of BBS, some
Oh, no.
RSs.
All right, what's your Taco Bell order?
Oh shit, hell yeah. I like the 5-layer burrito with no sour cream. I like the spicy potato soft taco.
Fire.
I like the bean and cheese burrito with no onions. And then I get extra hot sauce. I'll do a Crunchwrap Supreme with beans or regular, but I need to make sure there's extra whatever proteins in there because they always
black
kind of
beans?
skimp. Yeah, the black beans fire.
They do skimp on that on the
Yeah.
on the Supreme. Yeah.
Yeah, and then any kind of gordita or chalupa, those things are fire. It all depends on if I'm feeling
Okay.
rich.
Can I give you a tip? When you order your burritos, tell them to grill it.
Ooh.
Grilling it is
can
free.
do that?
Yeah, they can grill all your burritos and it's free.
That's good.
And it tastes way better when it's grilled. And you said
fingers
you
so
ordered the
sticky.
bean and cheese burrito.
Yeah.
Throw some potatoes in there.
That's
Or
pretty good.
or if you want, throw some Fiesta strips because it adds a little crunch to it.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
too. What I did before was there was the Taco Bell KFC combos. I throw popcorn chicken inside the bean and cheese burrito.
The Taco Huts.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
Taco
Huts.
So Yum Brands owns Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
That's a good
It's
combo.
like I think they just acquired the habit too. But
Level up.
they had those three. So like a KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza. That's why you see them together. Sometimes you see a Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, or a KFC because it's the same corporate brand. So a Taco Hut is one of those, all three like dream machines, and you can make. What's your dream creation?
What's your
Popcorn-
Taco Bell order?
My Taco Bell order?
Yeah, you're a Taco Bell buff. I know you stopped by and you got the tahines.
Listen, I did. I did go make a special trip on my way to San Diego.
Yeah.
You know the motherfucking Taco Bell HQ's in Irvine.
Yeah, I
That's
used
their
to
main
drive by it every single day.
They have all the They had gelato,
Over
Baja
off
Blast.
Alton Parkway.
Bro, I was like, if I lived out here, I'd be in the corporate office. Like,
And you
let me
said
get-
there's a drive-through at the corporate office?
it's like their corporate one that they have where they
It's
do
just
all
like
the
the
trials.
deluxe menu.
Everything.
That's
But yeah,
nice.
I Taco Bell hack and create my own things too, dude. Like there was one that I saw where it was like you get a quesadilla and you get a Dorito taco, but you put the Dorito taco in the quesadilla.
That sounds fun.
So you get it's like it's fire, dude. Are we gonna do this? All right, let me get a freshie.
My fucking fingers are so sticky.
What?
I might need like a minute for them to unstick.
You got it. It looked like it was sticky.
Yeah, some
all right,
good-ass
let me
weed.
ask you this.
What'd you give me? What nug?
I just gave you some weed because I saw you break it
No,
up.
what flavor was that?
That was this. I think it's like I forgot what it is, dude. Yeah, I got it for my birthday from my boy Justin. I think it's like a candy. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let me ask you this, dude. We're driving to an event, right? Or we're road tripping, whatever. We pull over. We're at we stop at a little gas station, AM, PM shit, 7-Eleven, Wawa's, whatever the fuck you want it to be. What are you getting?
Golden Oreos.
Okay.
And I'm probably getting, depends on if it's a 7-Eleven or not. I like the 7-Eleven juices. But if not, the go-to drink is probably a yerb if it's daytime, or if it's nighttime, probably I don't know, cactus cooler or water.
Ooh, cactus cooler. All right. What are we snacking on? Is that your cottonmouth cure? Is like soda or water? Which?
I don't drink soda often, but it's a road trip's different. If you're staying up, it's nice to have something a little flavorful. But I like mountain spring water, you know.
Okay. For the cottonmouth?
Yeah.
What munchies are we getting? Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. What munchies are you? Are you like a beef jerky, a potato chips? Are you a candy?
No, I'm thinking Oreos, sweets.
Just golden Oreos. That's
Regular
it?
golden.
Are you just an
or-
Oreo fan?
Yeah, I'm definitely like when I first started getting high, I would just get a whole tray of Oreos and just crush it. I've been an Oreo fan like my whole life.
All right, you're the #1 video on YouTube for how to roll a backwood as the fastest roll. You're known for pearling your backwoods. These aren't backwoods, these are pearls. We got the same
I gotta
leaf.
figure out my technique.
We got the weed.
These
Look at the
things.
leaf. We're gonna get this, and then I'm gonna ask you. I want to learn some more about Darby. That jail story was crazy, dude. Let me ask you this: if there's a portal that just appears, we're on a hike, right? And you're just whatever on your own trail, and a portal appears. What the hell? What the hell? Are you entering that portal?
I heard you need certain type of frequencies that you match in order to enter portals, so probably not.
What? No. What do you mean? If
you
you're
don't-
matching that frequency,
If you
wouldn't-
don't match the frequency, it's gonna do something to you. But if you match the frequency, that's when you're able to.
But if it shows up, doesn't that mean that frequency matches? Because how often does a portal show up for you to enter?
It's when preparation meets opportunity.
So you're like, I'm not ready. It's not my time.
You see that? You do some research.
But what if it is your time? What if you're the Neo?
Because there's like a, I mean, I'm gonna throw a rock through it. I'll experiment. Maybe a duck. Sorry, duck.
I see
but-
Ken over there like, oh, okay. I like.
Yeah.
But if you throw a rock, how do you know what happens? It just closes after that. Then what?
If it looks like it catches on fire, you're like, oh, I don't know about that. But if it's like,
He ain't entering.
Nope.
All right, we ready? Hold on. Let me hydrate my mouth real quick with my Red Bull. Love Red Bull.
I'm just gonna go dry mouth in, sticky fingers.
Are we ready? All right, we about to roll. Look, Darby's out here. Is it a YOLO video that you're on? That it is.
Yeah.
With the fastest.
How to roll a backwood, and then like the world's fastest backwood.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That one, the other one, and that was on my page.
Are you feeling the form, the shape?
Yeah, I gotta figure out because I don't use these, so I gotta figure out what angle I'm doing it to do my
your special tuck.
Yeah,
I got you, dude. My leaf's dry. He's fucking.
Yeah, no human chirps.
Human air. Re-moisturize it. He said I would throw a duck. I just realized that shit. Where the fuck are you gonna have a duck, dude? You just gonna pull that shit out of your pocket?
Crack me up, dog.
I'm gonna throw a duck or a rock. Like what the?
Fox.
Whatever I see around me, I'm throwing it.
Hair tie? Nah, those are valuable.
Yeah, especially when you're luscious hair. All right, we ready, dude? Or my leaf is dry.
All right, let's do it.
3, enough talk. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm nervous, dude. They're neck and neck. Be a commentator.
Done.
You gotta light it.
Oh, what?
Oh! We have one lighter, dude. One lighter, one. Oh.
I still got it.
Cheers.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
It's beautiful.
Just put it up right here so that the white can get it. Yeah. Get the good angles.
All right, let me see Adam's blood.
Good angles.
Adam's blood here. Okay. Darby, your blood to the cross camera. Okay.
Hell yeah. All right, listen.
That got my heart beating.
I know, I got a little, you might have beaten me that.
Got some weed in your hair.
By a second.
I gotta hold my crown, man.
Are you competitive?
Sometimes.
You play board games?
Yeah. I like intellectually competitive. If I'm outsmarting someone or if I'm doing my best to win that way, that's cool. But it's not like a brute competition. Yeah, this is fun.
When was the last time you played Connect 4? You might have beaten me in the blunt roll.
Couple months.
I ain't letting you beat me in Connect 4, bro.
I don't think I will, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Let's go. All right. Since there's more yellows on my side, I'll be yellow. You be red. Boom. I pulled out the Connect 4. I'm competitive as fuck, dude. I ain't gonna let this happen. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Your choice. Since I won, you go first.
Let me ask you a question, dude, because I know, like, people call them conspiracy theories. You have a lot of opinions on things. What are your thoughts? I mean, look, there's a lot of shit going on right now, especially in the news. I don't know if you saw what happened. There's a lot of, but like other species, beings, alien, zombies, werewolves, vampires. You think any of those exist? Are they real?
I don't know about aliens or vampires, but I think the root race theory is something I believe in. And that means, every so often cataclysms occur and new races are seeded onto the planet.
On this planet?
Yeah.
How often?
Like 1 million years.
Where are we now?
The end. We're like at the Iron Age of the human race.
So there's going to be a new race that we're going to be introduced to?
I wouldn't say new, but I would say more like... the cataclysms occur is what they say, and then from there...
Is this like AI?
Maybe that's the next race. You seen Terminator?
Darby, dude, chill. Chill, Darby, chill. What are you doing right now? Okay, so aliens, no other living beings on different planets. Is space real? Is that fake? Is it in the ocean that we got to worry about?
I mean, we don't look at the ocean, but it says over the last 1 million years, the ocean's raised up like 75,000 feet. And there's already...
what do you mean raised up 70? From where?
From down. Like, you know how there's like...
So it's been covering civilizations and cities. It's just been right.
There's civilizations that are underwater. You've seen them before. Mm-hmm. Giant helmets, giant things, Egyptian stuff, Greek stuff.
You were in Egypt. You were writing Campbell's by the pyramids.
I was.
Was there like, did you see any interesting things? Did you feel a different energy? You know, they say that, you know.
No, it's pretty much all commercialized at this point, but there's structures all around the world that look like they've been around a lot longer than perhaps what we think. Just like on the back of the dollar bills, every single country or every single state in the United States, there's these crazy buildings that are like ancient Greek, Greco-Roman, and, you know, perhaps ethereal energy producing power generators. I don't know. Cathodes.
Did you always have these thoughts, or were you reading in jail that made you start?
No, around 2018, I started seeing stuff that I had to give 1% the benefit of the doubt, and then something worked, and I was like, oh, okay, I got to give it more than 1% now, because they say like when you're born, you have this whatever it is, something taken out on you, and you're able to access this bank account with your social security card information. And I told my buddy about it, and it worked.
Pay attention. So, good game. Sorry for distracting you if I was, but I had to beat you.
Good job.
So
you're gonna win anyways.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the Tiger Woods of the shit. So your social security is an actual code to access something that you're able to get.
Your account number is the same amount of numbers as your social security card. The name on the account's your name, and the routing number is associated with the number on the back of your social security card to a Federal Reserve. We put that information in, and it paid his phone bill of $700, and his phone turned on, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And you can't, and it's not fraud if it's your name and your social security number.
What?
I never did that kind of shit because I didn't want to be on the maps, but I was like, I need to do a little more research.
So you just told him, and he was like, yeah.
Yeah,
it worked.
Some
Thank
older
you.
cat that was broke, so he's just
Damn.
like, yeah, I got
Look,
you.
see, you know all sorts of crazy shit, Darby. You just always have so many fucking interesting things to say. It's you're always out here talking about some new shit. I heard that before about the Social Security, that it's actually that is a number for our whatever it is that we have access to through the government.
Healthcare, housing.
That's basically our
Yeah, healthcare, housing, and education fund that should always be liquid for us. But at the same time, we're worth so much to other countries and other things because of that account that it keeps accruing interest. They kill the entity when you're born, and it's your capital name that you're representing.
What would be your superpower?
Going back in time.
Oh, like a time traveler? Like
Yeah.
just back?
If I can go back like 10 years, just like me.
You would just be just go back in time.
Because you know what you know now. How many people are like, if I could go back and know what I know now? Like, I don't need to see 3 walls or fly or nothing.
So you just go back. Would you be selfish about it and just benefit you?
You know
or would
I
you,
wouldn't.
Like,
You know I wouldn't.
help like
I
know
wouldn't go
what's
to jail.
going on. I would know what to do.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot different. I mean, yeah, that's what I say, dude. If I knew now what I knew fucking when I first started this shit, it'd be a lot different, you know?
This background music's fire.
Yeah, shout out to Kentron out here, bro. We love the music.
You know that song?
Hell yeah.
You know this song?
I feel like I know it, but I don't know it. But that's like, inside, I know the song because I can sing along with it.
Sing it. Do you do karaoke?
Oh, I love karaoke.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Either Sublime song, like Smoke Two Joints, or like Bad Fish, or Eagles, Hotel California. Is this Mario?
No.
It's not Mario.
Eric
got
it. I didn't hear him. What is it?
The Hustle.
Yeah, I was getting to
yeah.
it. I was getting to the sound right now. Yeah. Do the hustle.
Turn it up.
Hey. All right, let me ask you this question, dude.
What's up?
If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, anybody, characters, people, no family though. I know family is
I've been
go-to,
going
but-
way back, like Socrates.
Okay,
like,
love it.
Like maybe Poseidon if he was real.
Okay, no, don't you have a Poseidon? What's the tattoo you have?
Yeah, I got Poseidon. I got Socrates.
What's that one? You got a big ass one on the arm, right?
Yeah, I got Zeus over here.
Zeus. Are you Greek?
No, I'm Egyptian. but
Okay.
This is a bunch of pre-BC history. I was gonna do an Egyptian sleeve over here and then meet it up with whatever I felt like the actual reality was.
Okay, so Socrates.
Poseidon. If he was real, because he was the one that was in charge of Atlantis, if that was a real thing. And then
he would tell you what's really in the ocean.
Right. Well, some fish guy showed up after Atlantis fell and taught everyone civilization back in Mesoamerica.
Hold on. Okay, let's go back. Where is Atlantis?
They said somewhere between New York and Egypt or and Africa.
Okay.
I got a book with some maps.
I know where it's at. I can pull it up on Google Earth and show you.
Yeah, so
I saw it.
But there's multiple forms of it because cataclysms happened over a long time, and Atlanteans were everywhere where land masses were. The landmass of Atlantis was somewhere in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean.
So Poseidon was like the god of the ocean.
He was the one that was in charge of Atlantis, and that's why his sons have all the names of the mountains named after them. They all got different areas of Atlantis to rule. Is what they say.
I was gonna pull up the Google Earth thing and show you where it is, but we're gonna do some upgrades here at the set so we can be more interactive, show some shit. Watch, it's gonna be.
I'll be back. We could talk about some conspiracy talks.
No, I want it. What do you mean? Let's get into it. I want you to come back,
Yeah.
but so Atlantis and what happened? The ocean just rose and wiped out.
Yeah, after cataclysms occur, black magic, white magic, and Daita and Ruta happened. They were fighting with the Athenians in pre-BC. Pre-AD, and then the cataclysms occurred, causing the submergence.
And this is all real, or is this just like
568 BC?
Is this like people are just stories that people are making
I got
up?
a couple of books from the 1800s and 1900s that have a bunch of information before like shit
Controlled
changed.
media.
Parasites took over and started burning a bunch of books. You know, they've been burning books forever.
What are parasites?
Parasites are the people that are running the narrative that we're living in.
So like they're controlling how the civilizations are living.
Well, then in 1911, Rockefeller was like, I don't want a society of thinkers. I want a society of workers. 1914, taxes start happening, and then everyone's racing for debt, not living off a free society. And now politicians are the ones getting paid with the taxes, and we fought to leave Britain for 2% taxes because of 2% taxes, and now we're here at 30%ing. 40%.
40%, especially in this state of California.
Yeah, I was just up in Spain, and everything's like half price.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
The
is
rest of the
half price?
world is very affordable to live in. I mean, just
Egypt
based on
is super.
just based on housing alone, like the last 10, 15 years, like, you know, that's why a lot of our parents, the older generations, bought houses because they were like, you know, $70,000, $80,000, $150,000. Now those houses are like
I'll
over
get four.
Yeah.
Hook me up.
Oh, now those houses are like almost $1 million plus.
Yeah.
Like in, you
But
know.
hey, everyone does it to a cruise, so if it happens again or if it falls, you know, we're just gonna be a part of it.
So, is that why you're like fuck it? Because it's our whatever's happening, and we have no control. We're just NPCs.
You can't
just
do
living this life.
nothing unless you know your history. Because if you don't know your history, you don't know you're repeating the past. So knowing your history will give you an insight to the future on how to at least.
So how
make
far
moves.
back at history? Because you're going before like, you know.
1 million years.
Just learn your history 1 million years ago.
Well, I got out of high school, and then my
So
first
how
class was ancient civilizations, finding out about Sumeria and the mud people and all this stuff. Then I find out Sumerians were the first intelligent civilization with democracy, and there's 22,000 cuneiform tablets describing all of their existence. And you're like, why is this kind of overlooked? Like they don't say nothing
Yeah,
about this?
I remember like the War of 1812 and the Cold War, but I don't remember like they didn't teach me all that.
Yeah, and then
all
it's like
that
after high school.
Sumerian, Merkabahs, and ancient, you know, civilizations, and you know how we were all different minded and more spiritual than we are, more
Now we're all
materialistic,
disconnected.
and now we're more working than, you know.
That's why you like the root race theory. It takes you all the way back in 6 simple steps.
Have you seen that like ancient humans where we were all just like floating? We were all just spirits, all just like transcending, and then there was like
the Polarians. That's the first root race.
And was it Toth or Toth or?
Yeah, Emerald Tablets of Thoth.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Then there's like the
Is
books
that
of
real or is
Enoch.
that just like a theory?
Well, it's like in 500 AD, Constantine took out 128 books from the Bible because it didn't fit the narrative. Reincarnation, connected consciousness.
And who are these what are the narrative? What are these? Are these other beings?
Like
or
the
these...
Book of Adam and Eve. That's not an interesting one. That's an interesting one to not be in the Bible, but it's over in the Book of Enoch. Adam said to live 600 years. Started noticing that God was more of a demigod, is what they say, and then he like, why would he give us an eternal hell to be afraid of if he was all like? And then it just goes into dialogue discussing things, and you're like, okay, let me just figure out these other books that they kind of left out. And after that, there was the Dark Ages for 1,000 years, and then like Notre Dame and like the Sistine Chapels there, and you're like, what people forgot how to read and write, and then this stuff's here. Like what? I got a book, The Inconsistencies of History. You're like, okay, like let me just do some research so I know what's going on. And that's my hobby on the side, just do some stuff on the. It's fun.
You should be a teacher, bro. I just want to hear more. I'm like, what? So tell me more, because recently I started getting into all these like Viking, English, Old England, Wessex, London, stories on the whole Netflix and Hulu shits and Primes. They have all these like historical fiction shows, and they have like real characters, and you're like, damn, is this like what real history was like? And
the stories we're listening to now are movies. The stories we used to listen to was history, and now we've lost that, and now we can't really know where we're going because we lost our, wise men, our all our people telling us, the history.
So what do we do, Darby? How do we change? What should we do?
Be the change you want to see.
Do we
do
read
your
more?
research.
Do we learn? Do you have a class? Do you do a YouTube video on the history of humans and what we should do to become better?
Never tell anyone out unless we're sitting here smoking on the couch. But if you're interested in any of this stuff, hit me up with questions. I'll send you pictures of cool maps from like the 1400s. I got a bunch of cool stuff.
So is the Earth flat?
I don't know what shape it is. Me and my buddy were talking about sending some hash all the way up, so it's the highest hash that's ever been. And then you look down, and if it's not a fisheye, you can kind of tell.
What's up with Antarctica?
I mean, I'd like to go there if they let us, but the tours aren't really available. And
do you think there's like a lot of weird shit going on? Is it?
Yeah, the Antarctica and then Arctic. There might be a hole in the top. There might be a firmament around the bottom. But Admiral Byrd had some interesting stuff to say about both. One of the books I read when I was in jail is The Last Race on Earth, and it was like the race to Antarctica. So it just got me interested in some more of that stuff while I was in jail.
What about Project Mockingbird? Do you believe that? Because you're all into the narrative. Are you familiar with that one?
Yeah, the fucking CIA put Hollywood in order to,
Yeah, news anchors and just narrate.
Yeah. Well, only 6 families own all of the media, so it's like, what if me, you, and, Nature's was like, hey, we got $1 trillion. How many shout-outs can we buy?
Yeah. How can we control people's thoughts?
We could buy all of the shout-outs. And that's all they're doing on the news is a shout-out.
Yeah. They're just controlling what they want you to know.
The world's on fire. Hey, Kanye, tell them it's going to be okay.
Yeah. We have a bridge collapse. Let's cover P. Diddy's story.
Yeah.
What's up with P. Diddy?
I mean, I don't really get involved in that, but everyone's already got their hands and stuff, and there's dirt on everyone, so it's just a matter of time before all is exposed, and
Do you think the juice is real? Like, there's a real secret, like, society to really succeed. You have to do all these, like, satanic rituals and...
I think it's collateral.
You mean like for your self-dignity?
If you're there, you didn't know it was going to happen. Now you're there, and now that's collateral. There's pictures of you there doing things or standing next to things, and now AI, photography, it's like, hey, dude, just like...
Now you don't know if it's real or not. They're
you
putting it out there now that all this shit is coming out with all this media. Now there's a lot of investigative reporters and whistleblowers because the news is open to everyone with all these platforms where people can expose things. So now that all this shit's happening, they're unveiling all this technology that they probably held from us because they don't want us to fuck, and they've been fucking with us with the AI shit for years.
If the Library of Alexandria burned 1,000 years ago and it put us back 1,000 years, and it's 1,000 years later, we're about where we were baseline minus all the information that they kept. So there's probably so much information under the Vatican, the 52 miles.
I was about to ask about the Vatican.
We're not even allowed to fuck with
access.
You need a scholar's university's cosign, and you need to know exactly what you're looking for before they let you down there. And you're like, okay, how am I supposed to know if you don't let me down there?
Are you trying to go down there? Can you get it?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Are you doing the process?
Ultimate goal, truth be told, I want to be a fucking independent researcher or research scientist. Someone's like, here's $100,000, go to Easter Island, tell me about those fucking big heads. Go to the Vatican.
You want to be like the mummy dude? Just go and explore and unveil some shit and open up some random curses.
Just do some sick ass research, get some cool ass old books, just read a bunch of shit and put a nice dissertation together and do a fucking, TED talk on that.
So would you be down to explore the ocean, or would you rather do ancient history?
If I was gonna set my own deal up, I would go to the ocean, but you gotta have some sure things that like aren't gonna implode on you. But it's like what they do, the Truman Show. No one's exploring now. They scared us real good.
That's what I said. We were like a civilization of explorers. People used to go and find new lands, but Antarctica is like the only land that the whole world can agree on and sign a treaty that no one can go explore
Treaty
there.
in 1957.
But we can't like agree
Right
on like
after Admiral Burke.
healthcare or fucking like.
It's the only thing
What
that
race-
all countries have ever agreed on.
Is we shouldn't go to Antarctica. What
Unanimously.
do they know? What do the leaders in quotes? What do they know that we're or what don't they
The
know that they're
parasites.
covering?
Because parasites are people that are doing stuff that are shitty. Like, they're hiding the truth. They put it out there for us to find, but it's like they
So-
put parameters so that we're afraid.
I have a theory that we
Theories,
were
I
a
like
planet
it.
that had a lot of natural resources, mineral, whatever, for that other planets don't have access to, and an ancient civilization came here and
Nibiru.
genetically modified us to do all the labor to access
I know what you're talking about.
all the minerals, to do all the labor for them so they didn't have to. And with that, they started reproducing so they could make more, so they could source it. And then they had to control them.
The first couple of rounds, they didn't get it right, and they ended up with a bunch of Nephilim, and then they had to flood everything with the deluge in order to get rid of the unpure people, which are the unpure genetics. But Noah was pure genetically, so they were able to let him roll on because they finally got it right. So they flooded everything, got rid of the stuff, chopped down the big trees.
And they kept it
groundwater.
going, and then they brought religion to kind of control us, and then politics happened, and then that's how it is now, and we just keep reproducing.
Brought
and-
religion, more like murdered everyone on the way.
I mean, if you look at all these like ancient movies and historic, all these battles you see, so it's like thousands of people just running into a field.
But
with
then
just,
it's like kind of just destroying history also. They're just strategically destroying
winners
history
tell
with
the
the
history.
fires, with the fucking, let's go destroy this city, let's go destroy that place.
Listen, we can talk about this forever. Listen, listen, Darby.
That's what I said.
Listen, Darby. I know we're trying to do an hour. I don't know. I think we're a little past it, but we didn't finish your answer. You said Socrates, and you said
Poseidon.
Poseidon, and then I need a third one, dude.
I'll probably say,
Bring it back. Bring it back, Adam.
let's say, that's a tough one for the third.
Noah. No, I'm just playing.
I mean, it'd be nice if I was gonna say God, but like, who knows who God is? So it's kind of an objective answer. But like the creator, the person that was like, yo, I think we're gonna make existence down here and try it out, see how it works.
The creator of the human race.
Yeah.
I want to meet the creator.
Yeah, who are you?
The creator, Socrates.
You're allowed to
And
get all
fucking
sorts of,
Poseidon, dude.
allowed to get some history,
You're
right?
out of you.
Come at me with some more questions. I got you. Blunt number 2 to
Can
the
I go?
face.
Can I go to a chat to see if they have? We're live streaming right now. Is it cool if I go ask them what if they got any? If you guys got any questions for Darby, put them in chat right now. I'll check them out. They're loving the show, dude. They're saying they fuck with you heavy. I feel him.
We out here.
What's your go-to like flavor? Like with
Skittles.
terps? Skittles. You on the Skittles, dude?
Or SFV.
Someone said vials of acid on the side of a mountain sounds like an album title.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
In a Visine bottle, so he's just.
Go.
I'm like, what?
Bro, so I did that one time. I used to have vials in high school, and I just like was chewing on the cap because sometimes it gets on there,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I had a huge squirt because it was like piled up on the little pinch shot, on the cap,
shit.
and I was not expecting that trip. I was just trying to go mild, and yeah, it was an interesting day.
I took a fucking piece, hit an acid on Christmas Eve, and then had to go to the family Christmas party
Ooh, oh
with
my
grandma and all the aunts and uncles.
Oh my God.
I had to call my bros, and I was like, "Yo, guys, like, I fucked up." And they're like, "What?" They're like, "I'm like, I fucked up. Like, I'm on acid right now, and it's 4:00, and we got to be at the family party at 6." And they're like, "You're so dumb." What? I was like, "I know I'm dumb. I know I fucked up, but like, if I get caught, they're gonna fucking be grilling everyone. So we gotta hide this. Like, I know I fucked up. I owe you guys, but like, I fucked up. Like, I need help." And they're like, "Okay." Like, an hour and a half later, I'm still playing pool. Haven't gotten one ball in. My brother Jack's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "Am I solids or stripes?" He's like, "What the hell?"
Did he know or?
Oh yeah, that was my brother
Okay.
Jack and Isaac are who I called. My older brother Visine bottle.
Yeah, it's his fault that you're the way you are, dude.
Just fucking sending it, right?
Yeah. Imagine he never got you high in the fucking van going to the thing. You had a time of your life. You would have been out here a fucking teacher in San Diego fucking elementary school making
$30K a year.
making $30K, getting paid once a month doing
Rough.
fucking lesson plans and
The Lord's work.
telling
Bless
kids
all the
how to
teachers.
spell and read.
Shout out to every teacher though.
What?
Like, yeah, you're the fucking change for the future.
Would you? All right. Would you like? Would you open like a? Because you have kids right now, right? Do they know that you consume cannabis? Do the other parents or the teachers know that the cannabis
It's
is
such
there?
a nonchalant thing. It's never even been a discussion. There's a 6th grader and a 5-year-old, and it's just like it's just low key. It's off to the side. But I have my glass cabinet, and it's just like I have art. I have other random things. I have Dragon Ball Z cards. I got random other things. Like it's just the cabinet. It's not something that's
No one really
talked about.
It's just they come in. It's like fine china,
Yeah,
the heady shit. Because you had some heady ass rigs, dude.
yeah.
You still got them?
Yeah, and I got them in a nice glass cabinet, and it looks nice because it's art. They don't know
Like
what
you got it. You brought a Yoshi out.
yeah, they don't know what a rig is because they don't know what a rig is. But
They're
it's like
it's
they say-
Yoshi.
Yeah, it's Yoshi. It's like, okay, but it's also on a shelf that's this high, so they can't really see it too much. But it's in the bedroom also. They're not in the bedroom, whatever.
This one was mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I felt that. I was like, that doesn't feel like my role.
no, that's faster.
I saw it. You made it look pretty, but I felt it. We should have hit each other's blunts to see how good they hit. No,
I
you're
smoked
good.
it all already.
You're good. No, it's fine. No, I see you, dude.
I
So,
had-
what are you up to right now? What's going on? What's going on in the life of Darby, dude? What are you up to? You still social mediaing? You working on cars? You doing the
Yeah, I
whole...
want to get better at marketing so I can give better advice to my friends. So I'd like to learn a little bit more, maybe get a marketing degree, just because that's just shit that you can do. One of my best buds, Rez, was like mid-30s. He's working owner of Seedless, worked with DNA Genetics. He's like, all these lawyers suck. So he went back to school and got a
Became a
law
lawyer,
degree.
yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, now I'm the lawyer for our company. I was like,
Yeah.
you can fucking do that. Just like my mom said. Just do whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna fly a plane, be a lawyer, and smoke weed all around the world.
Follow your passion. Turn your passion into a paycheck, dude.
Yo.
That's what we're about, and you love teaching, and I learned a lot, and I want to learn more about these ancient civilizations. I was super interested. Ken, I know you love that. How you feeling?
Ancient civilizations, man, that's always an interesting topic. It's so deep. I feel like I visited that mind space a long time ago, and I just remember some of the things I remember hearing the people talk about, like the symbols and the planets.
The symbols. Yeah, they just
And-
changed the meaning of the symbols.
And I think about George Carlin sometimes because he was a good comedian. He was very vocal about his perspective and things like that. So I just go with that. Go with the force. With the force, don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough, man. That's all I can say, man. You know what I'm saying?
How high are you right now, too, Ken? You look pretty lit.
Yeah, man. It doesn't take that much, man. I really didn't eat that much. I had an egg sandwich today. And after that, I think that was it. I had a snack club, egg sandwich, a snack club, and a drink.
I think we got like a granola bar over there or something if you want.
Oh, cool. I might have to.
Yeah, Adrian's
Check over
Snack
there.
Stash.
Oh yeah, let's check out the snack club. Hopefully y'all enjoying the tunes, man. I'm just trying.
We are. People
Oh,
were
yeah.
saying the music was great in the chat. They said they love your vibes, Ken.
Oh, thank
you're
you.
always the vibe.
Thank you
Shout out to
very much.
Kentron, dude. You've been vibing with him. You've been
The
calling
whole
out
time.
some songs.
Because I was going to say, I hope there's music the whole time.
Yeah, you like music?
I like listening to music. I just don't listen to music. Because I don't. It
I know
takes-
you're driving silent and
it
you listen
takes-
to your car
It
engine.
takes a lot of work to be good at music. Like, to know the good music, to find the good music, that's like you have to be passionate about it. And it's like, that's a whole nother hobby that like, oh man, I don't even really have time for. If I got OGs that like throw down, it's like, ideal.
Darby, it's been great, dude. I learned a lot, and I want to learn more. But I think we're a little past our time. I think a lot past our time. But it's been an honor. Thank you for taking time of your day, dude, of doing what you want. I'm sorry you're missing pilot lessons right now, or fucking
I'll fly up
traveling
next
the
time.
world with award-winning hash and winning and fucking smoking the best hot dabs and creating world records and racing cars and I've never been in like one of those big off-road trucks, dude. I've only done. I've been with Marcus. We went to. We did some four-wheeling, right? Is that what we do? Yeah, we did Pismo when I did Arizona.
Yeah, we did Arizona.
We did Arizona too, and I love the
Hell yeah.
four-wheeling, but I've never been in like a big four-wheel hitting dunes and flying. I'd be super nervous.
It's kind of the same, but the first time you hit a jump and you realize how smooth it is, you're like,
no.
oh, we could hit anything.
I don't know. No, hell no. But
Yeah.
you've raced and you won awards doing it, right?
Yeah, we did a tough trucks
maybe I
last
trust
year,
you.
and I ended up getting second place in the open class. The guy that ended up beating me had a nitrous LS single-seater
Cheater.
race truck with no windshield, like just full send, and I'm like, I got a windshield and a license plate. I'm straight. Like,
So
I don't
that-
need to be first place.
But you got second legally.
Yeah, and then I got $500 too.
Oh yeah.
Like, what?
Let's go.
Sponsors.
What? And now you're passionate. You're just going with the truck racing and off-roading and getting them deals. I'm trying to do that with golf right now, bro.
You know
kinda
the
got-
SOP.
Listen, Shakey's. I did a little birthday lunch. They hit me up. I got a little birthday gift from Shakey's. I'm about to see what's up. Shout to Shakey's. Look it. We can make some shit happen.
Shout out Shakey's. Just roll around with a golf club from now on.
Just fucking get it. Golf club and Mojo potatoes.
That's the move right there, you know?
That's some potato tacos from Taco Bell
That's
with
what
the
they're called?
Baja Blast.
Shout out to Baja Blast for being the best drink out there.
Let's
I didn't
go.
even give it the credit it deserves.
Yeah, we love Baja Blast. Listen, dude, it's been an honor. I appreciate you. It's been a great show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. You social media? Are you Dr. Darby?
Yeah, Dr. Darby.
Dr. Darby.
D-R-D-A-R-B-Y.
You still YouTubing?
Yep.
Dr. Darby?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
You're doing a lot of off-roading, though. I saw.
Yeah.
I went back. Your first video was like 14 years ago when you're taking
Yeah.
bong rips or some shit.
I was jumping my truck on some random.
You did that, too.
Yeah, and then
It was like weed and then off-roading trucks and shit. And
Yeah.
then like random weed here and there.
they don't let you monetize with weed videos, so I was like, I got to get enough on there to not get
Just
fucked
make
up.
it weed, yeah.
Yeah, and then just do whatever I want. I could do weed videos again, and some of them aren't for monetizing. It's all good. So go check me out on YouTube, everyone.
Hell yeah. Did we miss anything, dude? I feel like we learned a lot. We got it all. We
no.
got it all. We got it all, dude.
You went over a lot. That was a pretty good
We got it all,
coverage
dude.
of
Yeah.
boy Darby.
We did good? You all right?
I'm great.
You've done interviews, bro. You've been on shows. You
Yeah, no.
people.
We talk.
It's all good. We make it happen, bro. All right, check out A Real Smoker, dude. Darby in the building, dude. Passion with the trucks. You know, he fucking been about the weed for a little bit. Started that online, the social, the top shelf life, dude. You know, on Hot Dabs. Check out Hot Dabs, right? You still
Hot
you
Dabs.
still a part of that, dude?
Oh yeah, we filmed today, and then we filmed tomorrow, and the next day.
You might see him in a Ford fucking Ranger. You know that song? The Ford
I know
Ranger
that
song?
truck.
Yeah, okay. Of course you do, dog. Please. You probably like do boot scoop boogie line dancing and shit.
Go look at the comments on my Instagram and throw a Ford fucking Ranger. Ford fucking Ranger. I'm like, yeah.
Dr. Darby on YouTube, Dr. Darby on IG. Check him out, dude. It's been a blast. Thank you. Let's get. We didn't even hit your dabs, dude, but we'll get down. Post show, Patreon. Check out the Patreon, dude. We'll get some dabs in there. What? You'll see some behind the scenes. Kentron, you're the best, bro.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you very much. Appreciate it.
What you got? You got something coming up? I know you've been performing. You've been in a band now. You playing?
Man, yeah, I've been getting hit up because people need keyboard players all of a sudden.
They want the best keyboard player, not just keyboard players. Come on, kid.
Yeah, so this Sunday there's something going on. If you want to stop by, it's a place called Open Air. It's a hotel top outside on the top of
Rooftop?
the hotel type of thing.
Rooftop or
I
like
think-
top?
I think
That's
it's on
cool.
the rooftop.
Okay.
Called Open Air, and I believe it's on Wilshire in Normandy.
Okay, little K-Town action.
K-Town action around 6:30. There's a link that I gotta post up and things because I gotta promote it. That's what the singer was saying. Like, okay, we gotta promote because usually when I go play in restaurants, there's already people there. But this particular time, I gotta get people to come and show up.
All right. Well, when is it? It's this Sunday. I'm gonna do my best,
Yeah,
Kentron,
it's
to
on
come
Sunday.
support. Tell us your Instagram so people listening know so they can listen.
It's Kentron, like Kyntron.
Oh,
And it's simple.
Ken with the Y.
Ken with the Y.
Kentron.
Yeah, yo, that's That's right.
Check him out. He also live streams. He does the YouTubes and Twitches, but he's been doing a lot of live appearances. I'm gonna come by and support you, bro. If you need people to come Sunday.
I need people. If you are a person,
Sunday.
I got a car.
Do you need to buy a
whatever.
ticket or is it like entry?
I think it's like a reservation type of thing. It's a link that they want.
Find out
you to-
information. Let me
yeah.
know. Maybe we'll pull up and do some shit. Maybe we'll bring our girls. I don't know. We'll see what's up,
Yeah,
dog.
that sounds like a good thing to do if you had a girlfriend or
Because it's a
wife or
rooftop
something.
vibe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you got that type of, you want to show some love to your lady, come on out.
Shout out to Kentron. Shout out to everyone listening to this wherever you are. You could be anywhere in the world, do whatever you want, and you're here. We still love you, dude. If you're still listening, dude, subscribe, like, comment, leave like an honest 5-star review on whatever you're listening on it, dude. Just an honest 5-star review. You know what I'm saying? Help our algorithm, help us grow, dude. You know, I think this is like our yearish anniversary, dude. Our yearish.
1 year, dang.
This format, yeah.
I gotta
So
play a song for it.
thank y'all for the support.
The
Thank-
format birthday?
Yeah, because we, with this new team with Eric and Travis and Adrian and with Apothecary and this whole vibe, dude.
Shout out to Apothecary.
Yeah.
All the heat. All the fire.
All the flavors. Keeping it. Make sure you check them out. 15374 Dickens Street. Out here in Sherman Oaks. We call it Sherman Smokes because we out here smoking it up. Dr. Darby, great. Everyone listening, you're amazing. Shout out to all the growers as well. Without you guys, none of us would be out here smoking, dabbing, having this culture, talking about it, staying lit. So thank you guys. Once again, shout out to the Gang Highway crew. Check us out. Hit us up. You too can be a part of the show, dude. We'll smoke your products. We'll motherfucking have you out here. We get high, dude. Hit us up. You already know. It's the highest host, Adam Hill. Thank you again, Dr. Darby. Everyone in the building. Until next time, we'll see you, okay? We got it all? We got it all? Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Hey, live. Don't trip. We're still chilling for a little bit. You guys get a little exclusive. The Patreon. You already know Patreon family. We'll see you. Bye. Bye.